In today's video, we are going to talk about breaker block. Okay, so what is it and how to apply into your trading? Okay, so a lot of people know what it is, but they don't know how to trade it or how to apply that into their trading steps. And that is why we're going to go into details and look out for what it is. Okay, so we all know what breaker block is. If you don't know, a failed order block is what we call breaker block, right? And we all know how to apply the principle of order block. If you don't know, I'll put a link in the description where you're gonna get a video of how order block works and how you can trade it. Okay, so I'll put that in the description. I'm gonna go ahead and show you structure, then we come to order block, then we come to breaker block, because you need to know the structure of the market before you identify your order blocks. And when the order block fails, you trade it as a breaker block. Okay, so let's come here and let me show you the structure that we're gonna be applying the order block or the breaker block right there. Okay, so we all know how market move. We all know market moving uptrend, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, so looking at this one, we are having a higher high, higher high, higher high, having higher low, higher low, higher high. Price created a higher low. Now you can see price will actually push up again to create another higher high. All right, so anytime price push up and break the structure of the previous market, we say that another block is formed. Okay, whereby that is the last candle that formed to for price to push up. Let me change this color. Okay, so the last candle that is formed for price to push up to break the previous structure is what we call order block. So mostly what we traders do is they just draw a line around that place like this. That is what traders do. Draw a line around this place, a zone, okay? And we expect price to trade back into the zone like this, and then tap into the zone. Then you look for trade entry to the downside, to the upside. So this is what we call order block right here. Okay, there will be a case whereby this order block is going to fail. You're going to have price push to the downside like this. You're going to have price push to the downside like this and then break this order block right here. Okay, when this order block breaks, price is likely to come back into it and then tap into that order block that has been filled and then try to drop to the downside. Okay, so if this order block fail right here, it becomes a breaker block. That means price is likely to come back into that zone and sell from there. Okay, so if this order block fail, now you see we have a breaker structure at the top here. Okay, so we're expecting price to come into the order block right here and then we buy from there. But sometimes price will just break the order block and then come back. And if price breaks the order block becomes a breaker block and price will test the breaker block and then drop to the downside. So this is what we call a bearish breaker block. Okay, we have two types of breaker block. We have bearish and then bullish. All right, so this is for a sell trade. From here, we're gonna take a look into the buy trade. All right, so in this case, you're gonna take your sell from here to the downside, and when price gets into the zone, you won't just take the trade blindly. I'm gonna show you how to get in on such cases. Okay, so you take the sell right here, target the previous low somewhere around here. So this is it, and this is how you're gonna apply this when it comes to selling market. All right, now let's go to a bearish market and let's go to examples. Okay, so in a bearish move to the same thing, we're gonna apply. We have a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. You can see we have a lower low. All right, now we have this break. All right, so most of the time we're expecting price to come into the order block like this, and then we buy from there to the, so we sell from there to the downside. So this place will become the order block. Okay, so you first need to identify your market structure. That is the higher high, higher lows, the condition the market is in. All right, that is what you first need to identify, and from there you mark your order block in the zone. Okay, Now you have a break of structure right here. Price push the downside. Okay, so now we expect price to come and tap into this zone, then drop. But if price comes like this and it breaks the zone, come back and retest the zone like this order block has become a breaker block. We're expecting price to, react to the breaker block like this and push to the upside. So we take our trade. So we take our trade entry from here to the upside. This is just a short one. Subscribe to the channel. Comment if you have any questions. So you take your trade from here to the upside, and this is gonna be a bullish breaker block. Okay, so this is how it is. All right, so I hope you understand. Let's go to some examples to the upside. All right, so all right, now you can see we call this trade right here. This is a USD chef trade, and price is still going to a direction. All right, so we're targeting right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put the result on the screen for you guys to see. All right, so let me clear everything from the chart, and let's start from the beginning. Okay, all right, so the chart is clean. Let's start from the beginning and let's look for trade entry and how we're gonna go by this approach. Now you can see from here, price is creating higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. It's pushing to the upside. All right, so we're expecting price to continue on the uptrend. All right, now you have a break of structure right here. Push up, push down, push up, push down, push up, break this high right here, push down, push up, now break this high right here. So now you have the current break of structure right here. Very, very strong one. Okay, so we have this BOS right here. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so you have the break of structure right here. Okay, so price push up, and you can see for a break of structure to be valid, the candle that break the structure needs to be impulsive, and you can see it's impulsive. It's impulsive. All right, so this area here becomes a key order block zone that is valid for trading. All right, so we're expecting price to trade back into the order block like this. It's creating lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So we're expecting price to come here, tap, and then change character and push up. But what happened? We saw price push into the zone, that is the order block zone, and came back and then retest the zone. Okay, and drop into the downside. All right, so now this order block right here has become a breaker block. Why? Because price has break and retesting the order block. All right, so how can you get in on this trade? Let's look out for a situation whereby you can get in on this trade. How we got in on this trade? Now we are seeing this to be the breaker block. Okay, so we need to go to the 15-minute time frame. Now in the 15-minute time frame, we need to see a change of character in the zone. All right, because when price is coming to the zone, what was happening? A higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. You can see you have a higher low. All right, so now price creating higher high, higher low from here, and now it's creating lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. All right, and when we go to the line chart, we saw this inverted head. Sorry, we saw this head and shoulder pattern right here. Okay, so let's go to the line chart. All right, so when we go to the line chart, this is what we saw: a head, a shoulder, and a shoulder. All right, and we can see we are having lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. That means this breaker block is holding. That is, price is respecting the breaker block. And if you are to add a little price action to it, you're gonna see that there has been a trend line break around this place. You can see a trend line break and a retest, whereas price is reacting to the head and also the shoulder of price. All right, we have the head right here. This place is the shoulder. This is the shoulder. This place will become the second shoulder. All right, and this is the second shoulder, and we already have a change of character around this place, confirming the trend reversal. Okay, now let's go back to the live chart, the candlestick. All right, so since we're having this change of character around this place with price creating lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, price breaking this trend line, also acting as a shoulder to this head and shoulder pattern. That was why we took the sell right here. And signal was sent to Telegram, and our TP was here. That we were targeting this low right here. You can see NTP hit perfectly. That was 22 to 48. And you can see. All right. So this is how to trade a breaker block. All right. Subscribe to the channel. Comment if you have any question. This is a very, very short one. Educational content each and every day. And we trade with price action and SMC. We combine everything together and we trade and work for us best. Perfect. All right. This is how I used to pass my profit challenge with fundedness. And guys, subscribe, like the video, and follow the Telegram. I'll put the link in the description. All right. So I'll see you guys in my next video.